Hello and welcome to the Hockey Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. I'm your host, Ryan Gilbert. Joining me, as always, is my co-host, Joel Meyer. Joel, how's it going?
It was a lot better before the frozen frenzy. The Bukkake, it fucked me multiple ways. But now we're in the refractory period. We only have one game. I don't understand this schedule. Can we have a couple more back-to-backs for a Wednesday instead of just this Flyers Capitals game? I have no interest in watching. It was a shitty night yesterday. But we carry on. At least it's a beautiful day. It was raining like all weekend, and I finally stopped yesterday. So we got a beautiful sunny day. Going to go out to the bar later on, have a good time there, and we march on. Hopefully we have some better luck going forward. We'll get into some, I guess, takeaways from early in the season in a little bit, but it's been a tough start to this season. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, it's been a tough start for me as well. Tough start for my Flyers last night. Didn't really have same as you. Didn't really have many winning picks last night, so maybe it was a good thing we didn't do a podcast on Monday night unless people were planning on fading us. Hoping to get back to the normal schedule this week with Wednesday and Friday and whatnot. The schedule makes no sense. Had one game Monday, 16 games Tuesday, one game today, and I was at the Flyers game last night, and when I got home, I was in no mindset to want to watch hockey, so I didn't watch it at all. But from what I read, apparently the whip around was once again bad. I remember it being last year, they wouldn't differentiate what's live, what's a replay. It would be the guys talking over the broadcast. ESPN is trying something for hockey, but it's not working. But
like I said last year, the main advantage of NFL Red Zone is that there are no commercials. But there's commercials in the Frozen Frenzy thing, right? So
I believe there was last year. I cannot confirm last night.
Yeah, I don't have the whatever it is in Canada here, but that defeats the whole purpose for me.
And the other thing about Red Zone is when teams are going to score, when they should score is in the red zone. You can't just, unless it's a power play, you can't go to a hockey game, be like, oh, what's going to happen here? It's just going back and forth. So I understand the premise for hockey. If you want to put two games on the screen, a quad box, whatever, but ESPN just has not executed it very well.
Well, to be honest, how I watch hockey is kind of bizarre, but basically I have my odd screen up, and then when something goes off the board, I switch to that game so I can watch it. So I've got my own red zone thing going on. So I understand the concept, but it's tough to realize in practice. I don't know, but I'll keep doing it my way. Have the Canucks game, Avalanche game on the one screen, and then my own red zone thing going on in the main screen.
Do your own Frozen Frenzy via that. All right, top of the show. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the Hockey Gambling Podcast, Spotify, Apple. Leave us those 5-star rating and reviews there. Also on YouTube, subscribe there. Leave us some comments, and all that helps the show grow. Make sure you subscribe, tell a friend, all that good stuff. Got to us on Twitter at HockeySGPN. Get in the Discord, sg.pn/Discord. We're still looking for some people to help out either on air, on social, producing, whatnot. So got one DM so far. So if anyone else out there is still looking, you can DM me at @RGilbertSOP or just the Hockey Gambling Podcast Twitter account at HockeySGPN.
Please. I talk too much. I talk more on this show than I do in real life. Let's put it that way.
So Joel, any big takeaways from the weekend, from Frozen Frenzy? What's on your mind right now?
Well, I mean, my priors are looking like absolute shit. I mean, the Flames are good, the Capitals are good, the Devils kind of middling. Predators finally won a game. The Bruins are bad. Yeah, finally won. We'll get into that a little bit later, but early on, the priors are not looking great. I'm not adjusting too much, though. There's a lot of noise in these results, I would say. The Sabres are 0 for 22 on the power play, so that's going to change. And they finally got a couple wins. So maybe the Sabres can turn the season around. And, what else is going bad? The Canadians, they started well enough, but they've had a hard schedule, so I'm not exactly ruling them out just yet.
Their advanced numbers are...
I know they're bottom of the league, but
expected goals 4% is 36%. The second worst is 43. They have played a tough schedule though. They played a few tough teams there.
Yeah, Leafs, Rangers, Bruins on a back-to-back. So it's not good for the Habs, but it's early on. Still, you can't read too much because even the advanced numbers, like the Rangers are number 1 in Corsi for or expected goals for, whatever, and they played the Red Wings twice and the Habs, of course. So yeah, it's early on, so we can't read too much into this stuff. But so far things aren't looking too great. We'll get in more to it as we go through these games. There's a few teams that I want to talk about in terms of futures and awards. So we might as well just get into our losing bets from the weekend.
Yes, our last show was on Friday. For Saturday, I went 2-6, down 90 puck bucks. You went 2-5, down 71.27 puck bucks. I started off 2-7. I mean, did I ever count here? 2-5.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, 2-5, right? 7 altogether, right? Okay.
Yeah, 7 picks in total. So I started the day off with the Lightning and the under in that game. That was a 5-4 Lightning loss, so that was 2 big losses right away. Got the Stars at home against the Oilers, 4-1 win there. Panthers as well in overtime at home against the Knights, 4-1. Devils puck line didn't get cucked, didn't win at all, so did not hit that one. Rangers Leafs over 6. That was the game where it was a 4-1 game, right? Yeah, Leafs couldn't score in that one. Had my Flyers plus 120 in the home opener. That was a orange tinted glasses bet right there. And then Bruins Utah over 6, another low scoring 1-2-1. So hoping to bounce back here tonight, which I think is a thing I've said on a lot of shows over the years. Hoping to bounce back.
Yeah, it's a catchphrase at this point. My only wins were the Seattle Kraken against the Flames. We needed overtime to do it. I was at a bar. I was hammered up my ass, losing money. But I was happy with the LSU win. That was awesome. And Georgia beating Texas. That was massive. So I was happy with the college stuff. But NHL did not go so well. Kraken, they needed an overtime win against the Flames. Had the over 6 in that game as well. Not even close. You mentioned the Boston, Utah over 6, not even close. Montreal, this one was close. This one, I think I deserved a little bit of better fate. Lane Hudson had a chance to win it in the shootout. Oh, that would have been so good, but unfortunately he missed. And the Islanders ended up winning that one in the shootout. The Canucks came through against your Flyers, so I won that head-to-head with you at least. Yeah. And the over 6, though, was not really close either. It was 3-0 win. Like the Canucks just bottled him down. Lankinen again, just proving himself to be a pretty good goaltender, and that's good news for Canucks fans because Demko his status is still uncertain. And yeah, you mentioned the Lightning game early on. That was back and forth with the Senators, high scoring affair, but unfortunately the Senators got the deciding goal. So yeah, tough go.
So now on the season, I am 10-12, down 90 puck bucks and 40 puck cents. Joel is 9-15 and down 167 puck bucks and 40 puck cents. So hopefully get back in the green here. But yeah, as you said, it's tough now. Like you have to take game by game. You have to look at how each team is feeling heading into these games. Sometimes it's baked in, like with the Predators one a few days ago. Sometimes it's you got to look into it a little bit more. But usually November is when things turn the corner. So we'll get keep trucking along here. While we were shitting on ESPN, it reminded me, did you watch any of the have you watched any of the Amazon Monday Night Hockey? Apparently that's really good up there in Canada.
No, I mean, it's on Amazon, so I don't get it. It's I got everything on Sportsnet except for the Amazon games, but they did put the Habs game on in French language. So I was watching the Habs Penguins game when it was on Amazon in French. That was pretty cool. But no, I don't have Amazon, so that's the one game that I can't get on the Sportsnet now or whatever it's called now, Sportsnet Plus.
I heard good things. Haven't been able to find an illegal stream yet to tune in, but I hope to see that. Apparently, they have like a good studio show. I think on like Thursday or Friday. I saw Yandel and someone else was on that this week.
Okay. Well, you mentioned John Forson is on the call, right? So that's always good.
I think so. I think it is. Right before we get into this 9-game slate, we are brought to you by Underdog. Underdog Pick'em has one of the biggest menus for all sports: hockey, football, baseball, MMA, NASCAR, and more. Boostober is still upon us, which means you're getting a spooky amount of profit boost and much more. With the NBA tipping off, every NBA Pick'em entry from the 19th till the 27th will be boosted. And you can now use specials and boost on all flexed entries. Sign up with promo code HGP to claim your special pick and first time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus cash. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code HGP. All right, Joel, you ready for this 9-game slate on Thursday, October 24th?
Yes, sir.
All right, kicking us off here at the 7 p.m. time slot. We have the Dallas Stars at the Boston Bruins. Game itself is in Boston at the Gardens. Bruins plus 100, Stars minus 120. Total is at 5.5. Both are about minus 110 there. Joel, what do you got for this one here?
Well, two teams that I was generally high on before the season, but I might be dropping some stock. I might be selling some stock in the Bruins the way they played so far. I know they've had a relatively tough schedule, but they're really limited in terms of generating offense. And I heard this stat from Steve Alacret, one of the greatest minds in hockey. Like he has the clear sight analytics model, and there's a lot of good information there. And he always talks about the defending off the rush. And the Bruins were number 5 last year defending odd man rushes. This year they're 30th, and that's a problem. I know they got bigger in the offseason, which is good for defending the front of the net, but they've sacrificed some of that speed, and they're having trouble defending out the rush there. So that's an issue. And more of an issue is just the offense. Like they got a pretty good scoring percentage, but they're not generating a lot of chances right now, and the power play is not really going. So the Bruins are I don't know. I'm not really high on them at the moment, and Swayman hasn't really replicated his form that we've seen in the past just yet. Of course, he missed a lot of the preseason and whatnot, so he could be just getting back into the swing of things. But yeah, the main concern is with the offense. And I mean, my line is only minus 106 for the Stars here, but I do think that they are the side to back, and the under I think would be a play. This is one of the bets I made in the awards market. Jake Ottinger at 6-1. I bet that for the Vezina. He's been really good so far. I think he's only letting I guess he played yesterday and they lost to the Sabres, so that's an obsolete stat. He only let in 5 goals through 5.5 games there before, but still, I think that he's a good bet there. Stars should win the division. They're favored to do so, and they're one of the favorites to win the President's Trophy as well. So he should get a lot of wins if he stays healthy. So Ottinger at 6-1 or better would be a good play for the Vezina Trophy. I got another Vezina bet later on, but actually that one's not so. I might not even say it later on because it's a stale number. I bet Gustafsson at 75-1 for the Minnesota Wild. I know they've played a pretty soft schedule so far, but he's put up some great numbers. The odds have moved to about half that most books, but if you can still find a stale number at 75-1, I think Gustafsson is worth a shot because the Wild look pretty good so far.
Yeah, I was looking at the top goalie numbers. I think a few days ago, I didn't realize how great Ottinger's been. Yeah, Gustafsson's still good. See 35-1, so yeah, about half of what you got. So probably not worth the play there. But yeah, Ottinger's great. Dallas is going to be great in that division. So 5-1 plus 625 still out there for him. And yeah, for this one, I like Dallas here. Haven't bet it, but if I had to pick the game, I would go that way. Boston coming home from a 3-game road trip, most recently in Nashville on Tuesday. So I think it might be Central Time Zone, might still be East there in Nashville. Not 100% sure, but Central, yeah. But Stars 1-2 on the road, so they haven't really been able to go on the road and have a good game yet. Lost in DC and then lost in Buffalo. And maybe they're able to do that now, having back-to-back road games. So Dallas minus 120 is fine. Probably not going to bet it, but I'm seeing minus 113. And yeah, so I would go with the Stars in this one. If I had to take a total, I'd go with the under, but there's been kind of back and forth on both of these teams going overs. And no, I would take the under. I might end up betting the under 5.5 at minus 108 here.
Most of the Stars games have gone under.
Yeah, 1-5-1. The over is so yeah, 6 out of 7. Yeah. All right, going down to 7 p.m. again here. We have the New Jersey Devils minus 155 at the Detroit Red Wings plus 130. The total set at 6.5, over at minus 118 with the under at minus 102 here. This is a game where I'm taking the Devils. I don't like the Devils, one of the big rivals here, but 5-3-1. I think they're a little bit better than their record has shown. Unfortunate losses here, back to back. 6-5 in overtime to the Caps, 8-5 to Tampa Bay. Just a high-scoring game there, even with the Lightning being on a back-to-back in that one. But Detroit,
Johansson in net too.
There you go. But Detroit, I don't know. They got two wins, I guess, but on Long Island they had 11 shots, got outshot 31-11 and won 1-0. So I don't think that's going to happen against the Devils. So I do like the Devils here, minus 155. Probably shop around, get a minus 150 out there. As for the total, probably stay away from the total. If I had to take it, I would go with the over.
Yeah, that was one of my losses. I bet the Islanders against the Red Wings, but the Islanders just struggled to score. They actually have pretty good numbers in terms of generating offense. They just can't convert that into goals because they don't have the talent, I guess. But eventually you should see some more offense from the Islanders. But the Red Wings are still a fade team for me. Minus 155 is kind of a steep price to pay. My number is minus 139 for the Devils, so it's not exactly ideal. I mean, I've had to downgrade the Devils a little bit because I haven't quite liked what I've seen from them lately. They still struggle to score, and the goaltending has been very up and down. I know Markstrom has played fairly well, but he has that one bad game, and then Jake Allen, of course, he played against the Lightning, so that you could excuse that one a little bit with the Lightning scoring 8 goals on him. That was unfortunate, but anyway, the Devils here would be the side to take. I think I did bet them. I still believe that they are the far superior team, even on the road here in Detroit. The Red Wings, a couple fortunate wins, so yeah, give me the Devils. And for the total, I mean, the Red Wings are they lack offense. I know Patrick Kane, I think he scored the other day, and he still provides a threat. But generally speaking, they don't have a ton of goal-scoring talents, I don't think. And yeah, like you look at their numbers, they're not very good, and they haven't played the toughest schedule. So the under at 6.5 may be the play here. Markstrom back in net most likely, and the Devils playing a little bit more defensively than they have in the past under Lindy Ruff. So the Devils and the under would be my looks.
Yeah, it's worth noting too. Devils 3-1 on the road so far this season. Detroit's only 1-2 at home, so not really a huge disadvantage there for the Devils. 7 p.m. time slot again. We have the Florida Panthers plus 130 at the New York Rangers minus 155. Total is set at 5.5. Heavily favored to the over at minus 125. Under at plus 105. Joel, what do you got for this one here?
Well, this is even assuming that Barkov is out. I still only have the Rangers at minus 115. And I have been upgrading the Rangers. Like, they haven't played a pretty shit schedule, but they've been dominating these bad teams. So you got to factor that in. Shesterkin's is off to a hell of a start. Probably the best goalie in the league right now. And the Panthers, historically not a great road team, but they've been in these games even without Tkachuk and Barkov. I know Tkachuk returned in the last one. They got blew out by the Wild. But yeah, the plan for this one, I think, is to wait on the news of Barkov because he could return for this one. I heard that he's going to return during this road trip, and I think they have a 3-game road trip, so this is the first of it. And if Barkov returns, then I would stay away. But if Barkov is out, maybe the Rangers get bet a little bit more. Then I bet the Panthers. But either way, I'm not betting the Rangers here at this steep price. They played a bunch of bad teams. Now they've been blowing them out and all that, but the Panthers here, we know they handled them in the playoffs last year, and they're still the better team from me. So plus 130 would be the play for the Panthers, but I would wait on this and see what happens with Barkov. If he gets announced in, then you got to jump on the Panthers. Then you got to pay attention to, I don't know, Twitter, the beat writers, whatever, different news aggregates. That's what I use. But yeah, if Barkov returns, then you just bet the Panthers right away. Or if Barkov is out, then maybe the Rangers get bet a little bit more, and then you take the Panthers at a better number. But either way, maybe a bit of Panthers now and a bit of Panthers later. That's what I'm going to do. The total is interesting, though. Panthers have been playing a little bit more loose lately. The goaltending has not quite been there from Bobrovsky. We know the goaltending's been there from Shesterkin. So the total seems pretty fair to me. I'm not going to bet the total, but my plan for this game is just to watch the Panthers line and jump at the right opportunity.
Yeah, it's a good call. I mean, Rangers minus 155 is a bit steep, especially with Barkov. Yeah, we're going to return at some point during this road trip before they head to Finland here. But Rangers 5-0-1. Only loss was in an overtime against Utah. Panthers have been decent. You get them by without Kachuk and Barkov, but still 4-3-1. I don't know if I can pull the trigger on a minus 155 on the Rangers. What I might do is take the Rangers on the puck line at plus 170. All 5 of their wins have been by 6, 3, 3, 3, and 5. And Florida has 3 2-goal losses or more on their docket already. Then that overtime loss. So if you want to play this game, that's what I would do. Maybe a half unit on the Rangers puck line plus 170. And I would probably play the over here, over 5.5, minus 125. Maybe just find an over 6 at even money. Going to be a revenge type of game here for the Rangers. Could see power plays on both sides, which could lead to more goals as well. So, like the Rangers on the puck line, and then the over as well. All right, going down to 7 p.m. again, we have the Minnesota Wild plus 124 at the Tampa Bay Lightning minus 148. Total is set at 6, over at minus 125, with the under at plus 105 here. The Wild have surprised me so far this season. I know maybe I was a little bit too low on them coming into the year, but I mean, great road trip so far here. 4-game road trip. Overtime loss in Winnipeg, then 3 straight wins in St. Louis, Columbus, and Florida, only allowing 1 goal each in those games. Speaking to that Gustafsson number that you got there, Tampa Bay has been allowing a lot of goals. 5 goals allowed in 3 straight games. Vasilevsky has not looked the same. Johansson started last game for them as well. He got some playing time in the game before there. So I understand Tampa getting some respect here, but I think minus 148 is a bit much. So I like the Wild plus 124. As for the total, kind of split here because the Wild have been not allowing many goals. The Lightning have been allowing a lot of goals here. So going to stay away from the total and just take the road underdog Wild here.
I agree with you. I have upgraded both these teams, but the Wild a little bit more. I know they haven't played toughest schedule, playing the Blue Jackets twice. But you know what? The Blue Jackets are they've been winning games against some good teams too. I mean, the Leafs run a back-to-back, but the Blue Jackets took care of them, no problem. And they've been playing hard. They beat who else did they beat? They have a wins against they beat the Sabres. They beat the who else did I've been betting against them a lot of the time, so I should know this. They almost beat the Panthers. It was a 4-3 game. But anyway, the Blue Jackets were playing hard, and the Wild were still able to take care of them pretty comfortably. And yeah, you mentioned the overtime loss or shootout loss to the Jets. But yeah, they've been playing hard. They haven't lost in regulation yet. And the Lightning, they've been pretty up and down. We've got some great performance out of them, and then some really shitty ones. And they just come after that the big win against the Devils after bounce back after being destroyed by the Leafs the previous game, and Vasilevsky just being run out of the building right when we were talking him up vintage Vasi and all this, and then he lets in 4 goals on 14 shots to the Leafs. Maybe the Leafs just have his number because he was not good against them when the Leafs finally won their first round victory a couple years ago. So we'll see about that. Maybe he gets a bounce back here playing at home. Lightning historically been better at home than on the road. But the Wild have been a good road team as well. So, yeah, my line is only minus 117 for the Lightning. So I love the Wild in this spot. The total is kind of correlated, I guess. Wild would be more likely to win an under game. But if you like the Lightning, it would be more a high-scoring affair. I also heard that Ryan McDonough hasn't let a 5-on-5 goal yet. I don't know about yesterday. He probably did because the Devils scored 5 goals. But before that game, Ryan McDonough has been tremendous for the Lightning coming back home. So shout out to him, and maybe he can help fix the Lightning offense, which has been very bad over the past couple of years. But anyway, the Wild would be the side, and that would be correlated with the under. But I'm probably just going to bet the Wild money line. And in fact, I already did.
Yeah, no, he still hasn't been on the ice for a goal against at 5-on-5 through 95 minutes, 6 games there for him. So I know he was pissed off. I know he was pissed when he got traded. So maybe he's proving him right.
Oh, the Predators are missing him. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, going down to the 7 p.m. time slot again. We have the St. Louis Blues at plus 190, at the Toronto Maple Leafs minus 230. Total is at 6, over at minus 115, under at minus 105. Maple Leafs puck line plus 110, Blues puck line minus 130. Joel, what do you got for this one here?
Well, I haven't really upgraded the Blues. I have upgraded the Maple Leafs because Stolarz has been incredible. He leads the league at nearly 8 goals saved above expected.
He's good.
Yeah, we'll see what happens long term. He hasn't played a full season yet, so we're not going to jump the gun there. But maybe if you could find a long shot on him for the Vezina. I haven't even actually looked. Like that actually might be something.
I couldn't find him when I looked the other night.
He's probably getting bet to shit. That's why. He's off the board. Yeah, Stolarz for Vezina would be an interesting bet. Maybe you could find something like that. I'll have to look around during the commercial break. But yeah, I just can't get to this number. Minus 230. My line is only minus one. What is it? Minus 177 for the Leafs here. So, I mean, just maybe let's get some more money and then you plug your nose and take the Blues because that's a crazy high line. I know the Maple Leafs coming off an embarrassing loss to the Blue Jackets, but this is their third game in 4 nights. So not great situationally in that respect. So yeah, 35-1. I don't hate that. BJ in the YouTube chat. Yeah, the Blues here would be the only bet I'd make as for the side. The under, though, it kind of calls me. Both teams have been playing more defensively, especially the Leafs. You know, they got a better blue line this year. Oliver Ekman-Larsson, it sucks seeing him play this well for the Leafs after being such a shitbag for the Canucks, and they're still paying him. Yeah, the Leafs have been really good in terms of their defensive quality so far, other than that collapse against the Blue Jackets, really. So yeah, the under would be the look, and the Blues money line would be the play. But I'd wait. Like I don't expect the Blues to get money. The Blues get faded in the market all the time, so I think you can get a better number on Thursday.
Yeah, Blues get faded. You said the Maple Leafs fans come in and pour their money in there, but yeah, I would lean the Blues. I like the Blues here a little bit, plus 190. But the thing kind of gives me hesitation is that now Robert Thomas is out. I think I saw 4 to 6 weeks, or at least that with a fractured ankle. So he's their big guy, top center there. So I think the Blues definitely need to be down.
Then the Leafs will definitely get money.
Yeah, Leafs going to get money a lot there. Yeah, 35-1 for Stolarz is actually shorter than I thought, but looking around, MGM has 25-1, FanDuel has 30-1. I don't think he has what it takes to, keep this up for the whole season. I also don't think he'll get the net once Joseph Wall comes back. I think it'll be more of a split. So I don't know. 35-1's, I guess, a decent price, but I wouldn't be betting it right now.
I gotta put a little bit on it. Because he's been so good. Like I watched some Leafs games, and he looks like the best goalie in the league, other than Shesterkin right now. So, and the Maple Leafs look like a much better team. So if they win the division, he's going to be right in the mix there. You know what the voters value? The voters, of course, being the GMs. They love the wins, and the Leafs keep this up, and Stolarz gets a bunch of wins in. And Wall, I know he can't stay healthy, so we don't know. Like it could be Stolarz and who's the backup now?
Hildebeest.
Yeah. So Stolarz is going to get most of the games if Wall keeps struggling with injuries. So yeah, 35-1. I'm going to be put a little bit on that at least.
Yeah, but I agree with you. Wait and see. Maybe sprinkle the Blues. They get to plus 200, plus 210. Let me see what the best. 192 is the best right now. So wait to see what it is in about 24 hours on Thursday before puck drop, because they've been decent. They've been good. 4-3, 2-1 on the road. Beat Carolina, beat the Islanders in that double shutout game until overtime. So I think they could be able to upset the Leafs here, who are coming off a tough loss. And third game in 4 nights for the Leafs here, all with travel. So definitely factor that in.
Right, 196 at Pinnacle for us Canadians.
All right, going down to the ads here. We're brought to you by BetUS. Bet with the best in the business, BetUS. BetUS has been around for more than 30 years. You can easily deposit using cryptocurrency and get lightning fast payouts. US players are always welcome. And BetUS is live with Trick or Treat on Horror Street. From now until Halloween, BetUS will be offering daily promotions, plus a raffle entry to win a sports or casino prize pack that they will give away on October 31st. You can enter multiple times. Every $200 deposit gets one entry. Go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/betus. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/betus. Promo code SGPN. Also brought to you by Rhythm, the #1 AI-powered sports betting platform that helps provide bettors of all levels the ability to build custom predictive betting models in seconds. You get predictions for betting on money lines, spreads, totals, and prop. You can build your own model, copy one, or they can build one for you with a bunch of stats, research, and trend analysis. For more betting insights, claim your 7-day free trial today by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. And shout out Bulljacks here in the chat. 50-1 at ESPN bet for Anthony Stolar. So always good to shop around there. That's double the price of what it is at MGM. So 50-1, I might throw a few bucks on that. All right, going down to the 9 p.m. time slot. We got the Carolina Hurricanes favorite at -162 at the Calgary Flames as home underdogs +136. Total is set at 6, both paying off -110. Jolie here. What you got?
Oh, here we go with the Flames again. I didn't watch much hockey last night, but I came home. The Penguins were really. I was on the Penguins on a +106 or something, and they were winning 3-2, like 35 seconds left, and of course the Flames tie it up. And then I had to endure a stupid fucking shootout, and the Flames, of course, win the shootout. I don't know why Malkin was like the 7th or 8th round shooter. He made a good move there, but Dustin Wolf has made a good save. He's been bet down to shit too in the Calder market. I saw him as low as 10-1 today, so that's interesting. I don't think he's going to win, but important to pay attention to those moves. Yeah, I mean my line is -161 for the Hurricanes here. It's Hurricanes or nothing. I had to upgrade the Flames a little bit too. I mean they're both coming off of a big overtime shootout wins. Hurricanes beating the Oilers, I believe that was overtime. And yeah, so situationally, they're both neutral. Hurricanes continue this road trip, just the far superior team. I think they should be higher than my rating has them at. They've been once again second right now in expected goals for percentage. Flames, they're the middle of the pack. They've been playing better than expected, which is why I upgraded them. But I still don't think that they can persist this kind of play. Dustin Wolf has been great and all that. The kid's been good. Kadri's been fine. But the Hurricanes just a far superior team here, and this should be a cheap price here. If you go advance like 2 months, I think that this will be like $2 or more. So give me the Hurricanes here. Quite like this bet. And the total is interesting. The Flames have been, they've been a higher scoring team, still struggle defensively. And the Hurricanes, of course, traditionally always good defensively and sometimes struggle to score a little bit given the way they play. But maybe I'm swaying to the under, but the Hurricanes money line is the only bet that I've made. No, there's one more. Okay, there's another stupid, like people don't want to hear this, but I got Ryan Huska like 50-1 for the Jack Adams a few days ago, just in case the Flames just go on this run and make the playoffs. Like he's down to like crazy numbers now. I won't bet it.
Yeah, I'm seeing 16-1 now.
Yeah. I just bet that like a FOMO, like if the Flames are suddenly like this good team and going this front of all these young kids finally showing up, Dustin Wolf's a stud and all that. Connor Zary shows up again. So yeah, that's what I got in pocket. I mean, I'm just betting against Sheldon Keefe as this plus 500 favorite. I don't think that he's going to win the award, so I gotta keep taking shots on these other guys.
You got Tarigny now 6-1. He's up there challenging Sheldon Keefe.
Yeah, that's wrong too now. He's too short.
Yeah. For this one, I don't have any bets for this one, but yeah, I think if I had to bet it, I would go with the Canes because the Flames' luck and I guess strong play kind of have to run out sometime. They got outshot by 13 last game, outshot by 1, outshot by 5, outshot by 8 a few games ago. Like the Canes are going to outshoot the Flames definitely. Like if you have somehow on your book head-to-head shots, definitely with the Hurricanes in this one. That's all they tend to do. So we'll see how Dustin Wolf can handle that for them. So if I had to bet this one, I would go with the Canes minus 162 for the total. Probably go with the under. Flames have been playing decent defensively. Canes don't usually allow too much. So under 6 minus 110 would probably be my favorite play for this game, but I might not even bet that. All right, going down to 9 p.m. again. We have the Colorado Avalanche at the Utah Yotes. Game itself is in Utah. Yotes are plus 114. Avalanche are minus 135. Total is set at 6.5. Over at minus 112. Under at minus 108 here. It's looking like Justin Anderson has been coming in and just shutting the door for the Colorado Avalanche here. Back-to-back wins.
Can't be worse than Georgiev.
Well, no, definitely. Back-to-back wins. I mean, against San Jose and Seattle, so not two high-scoring teams, but Avs kind of getting back on track here. 3 straight wins after losing 4 to start the season. Utah kind of going the other way. They started 3-0. They're now 1 win in their past 4 games here. So I like the Avs here a lot. Minus 135. I got them minus 130 earlier. So 5 cents more isn't too big of a deal for me there. So definitely betting the Avs here minus 135. Not sure which way to go in the total, so gonna pass on that.
That's all you got for this game?
Well, I figured you would have more with it being your team.
Fair enough. I was just filibustering there because I'm looking up a stat. I want to see exactly how many minus goals save I've expected.
I can talk more about the Avs because I'm looking at.
I found it.
All right,
found it. Minus 9.07. But Brodsky is actually second. Minus 5.64. So, like I said, he's not had a good start to the year, but minus 9 goals in 5 games played above expected is not good. And the Kraken, you said they're not a high-scoring team, but they had 3.6 expected goals for all situations, and Annunen only let in 2. So that's a hell of a lot better than this crazy bad stat that Georgiev is running. So it should be Georgiev here, though. Like, he's still the starter. He should start this game. Maybe he comes in. The fire under his ass. I don't know. Like, you can't trust the Avalanche goaltending, so I'd still like the over, but I'm not convinced by it because the Yotes, their offense is struggling. Dursey, of course, being out, it's a big deal. Like, he's a good puck moving defenseman. He provides a lot of spark for their offense. He's playing a ton of minutes for them. Yes, I bet the Avalanche at minus 130 as well. You could still find that in certain shops. So that would be my luck. I think that the Yotes here would they've been struggling, and the Avalanche, they've got a groove going. They won 3 games in a row now, not against the best opponents, but the Yotes aren't exactly a great opponent either. So the Avalanche money line would be the play, and I kind of like the over. We'll see about that. In fact, it's just a principle of play at this point. Like, even in the game against the Kraken, that game should have gone over. Like, that's not a bad beat. Like, that 3-2 result did not tell the story of that game. There should have been more goals. So yeah, give me the Avalanche, give me the over. Let's see a high scoring game here with the hockey club, the Yotes, maybe picking up some offense and going against the Avalanche here. And yeah, I mean, it's an Avalanche game. It's an over, and I like that they've been playing a little bit better. And it just needs goaltending, and unfortunately that goes against the overplay. But still, I think that whatever goal is in that, they're going to let in at least 2. So maybe the Avalanche team total be the play over 3.5 at like minus 120, minus 130, something like that would be the consequence of what I'm spelling out here.
Yeah, the injuries to Dursey and Marino, which I think they announced today, were 4 to 5 months plus for both of them. Like, those completely slipped my mind. So
that's another reason not to bet Tourigny at like 6-7 to 1.
Yeah. So I like the Avs even more at a minus 135 here. But yeah, I wanted to bring up Cale Makar leads the whole league in points with 14 through 7 games, 2 goals, 12 assists. He's down to close to even money for the Norris. For the Hart, he's 25 to 1. Do you think this is a situation where you just wait and hope he falls off a bit, or should you get Makar here before he goes to minus odds?
For the Hart, I think is the better play because he was less than this early on last year with far inferior stats. Like, the Hart at 25 to 1, I think would be a better look. I know obviously the guys he's going up against are a lot tougher than what he's going against in the Norris market, but even money or plus 130, whatever you're going to find there is not worth it. I said from the start of the year that I think that Makar and McDavid will win the respective choices, the awards. That'll be chalky in that respect, but yeah, I think Makar at 25-1 would be the better play at this moment, because this early on, like, it's tough to play at even money there because it's still so long in the season. He has shown a propensity to get injured before. He's been healthy for a while now, so hopefully that's behind him. But still, it's too short, I think, with Quinn Hughes just looking like maybe I would just watch too many Canucks games. I think that Quinn Hughes is almost as good as him. Maybe his price is a little bit disrespectful. It's how he's like 7-1, 8-1. Maybe he can repeat, but it's going to be tough to beat Makar, I think. But it's also tough to bet him at that number. So there's no real value now. You might as well just wait.
Yeah, I was looking at the Hart mortgage, 25-1. I know defense. I don't know if a defenseman can win it in today's game. Like, no one's won it since Pronger in the 90s or 2000s. So, but I mean, if there's anyone to do it, it's probably Cale Makar.
Well, Lidstrom won multiple in a row, didn't he? In the mid to 2000s, pretty sure. Yeah,
that would make sense there.
Yeah.
All right, going down to the 10 p.m. time slot, we have the Winnipeg Jets at the Seattle Kraken. Jets are -130. Kraken are +110. Total is at 5.5. Over at -120. Under at even money. Joel, what do you got for this one? Seen a lot of 5.5 totals here.
Yeah, scoring has been reduced. The slummy unders have been hitting the last few slates, unfortunately for myself. But the Jets have been rolling, like undefeated. All regulation win, or not all regulation wins, but undefeated in regulation. They haven't had an overtime loss. And the Kraken have been, they've been involved in a lot of dust ups, very close games. It's maybe the +1.5, -245, or the overtime rather. Just bet the overtime. If you're looking at it from that angle, but the Jets have been, I've been looking at how to fade them because they don't have the best numbers right now. And I've noticed in the power play stats, they are 44.44%, 8 for 18 on the power play. That's not going to maintain. No. So the Jets will eventually fall apart like they usually do. They're off to another great start. We've seen this story before. The last couple of seasons, the Jets come out strong, come out of the gates hot. They look like the best team in hockey. All this great defensive numbers, and Hellebuyck's looking good and all that stuff. And then they just fall apart later in the season. But that said, this line seems fairly accurate here. I only have the Jets at -111. So if anything, I'm going to take the Kraken here. I've been impressed the way they played. They were toe-to-toe with the Avalanche. I know there was some game state involved there, but they did outperform them in terms of the expected goals for. And they've been good. Like, they actually hit a couple posts early in the game that could have dictated how that game went. The Avalanche a little bit lucky there to dodge those. But yeah, the Jets here, I just can't back them at -130. So if anything, I would look at the Kraken. The total seems about right. And the Kraken are playing a little bit more offensively. They get more scoring chances under Dan Bilesma. And the Jets been relying on a lot of great work from Hellebuyck. And they're, they don't have the best defense, but they play a good structured game, even after bonus under Scott Arniel now, who's also been bet to hell in terms of the Jack Adams. I've noticed in the awards market, the odds are moving a lot faster than they used to. It's like people just go to town on these bets early on. So these rapid overreactions are interesting to note. So you got to be faster than ever when it comes to betting the awards, it seems like. But anyway, nothing on the total, but I might be playing the Kraken at some point. We'll see where this line goes.
I'm going the other way. I'm going with the Jets here at -130. Looking at their power play numbers, kind of buoyed a little bit by a 4 for 7 against the Sharks last week. So, but besides that, still 4 for 11, still pretty good. Outside of that, Seattle has allowed power play goals in 3 straight games, also scoring power play goals themselves in 3 straight games. So, not gonna probably play the under here. Probably just gonna stay away from the total and go with the Jets at -130. Yeah, I think they're gonna fade at some point, but I don't think that point is now. I think they're riding high pretty well with both Hellebuyck. I mean, Comrie got in there, got a win the other day as well. They're mostly healthy. You got Vince Dunn out for the Kraken. So, I like the Jets here at -130. All right, going down to the final game on the docket, we have the San Jose Sharks at the Los Angeles Kings. 10:30. The Kings are -325. Kings on the puck line are -118. Sharks are +260. Sharks +1.5 is -102. Totals at 6, over at plus 102 with the under at minus 122. The Sharks are bad. I don't know what else to say about it. They're bad. I mean, Celebrini's hurt. That's definitely hurting them. They've scored more than 2 goals just once since their opening game against Seattle when they lost 5-4. Kings haven't been great either, 3-2-2. This is their home opener. I did not realize this is their home opener after a 7-game road trip to start the season. So that kind of explains why they're a bit higher than maybe they even should be against the Sharks. But I'm going with the Kings on the puck line at minus 118. Their wins have been 4-1, 4-1, and 3-1. San Jose's kept it close, but only 1-goal losses have been in overtime. Otherwise, 3-1, 4-1, 8-3, 4-2 to the Blackhawks here. So San Jose is looking like a potential contender for worst record. I saw them plus 110. Probably a bit of an overreaction there. I'm not going to touch that, but not touching them for this game either. So Kings puck line minus 118. As for the total, if I had to take a total, I would go with the under. Both of these teams have trended towards the end of the season, but just Kings puck line here minus 118 for me.
My favorite bet is the under 63.5 points. Like the line hasn't gone down. We've seen some crucial data points here from the Sharks that they're still not a good team. I know they're missing Celebrini, but he's going to be out for another 3 weeks, I heard. And they're not a good team. They've been losing to bad teams and all this. So I don't know why the line hasn't moved further. So under 63.5 points for the San Jose Sharks, I think is still a good bet. I don't know. Like, that's what the line was before the season. So I don't understand why it hasn't gone anywhere. I should learn a lesson from this. Maybe not so bet too heavy in the summer and wait until a few weeks in the season when he gets more data points and then go ham on these the point totals, because I've seen a lot to like more than I did in September. So the Sharks under 63.5 point total is something that I really like. But as for this game, that said, this line is too high. Minus 325 for the Kings. This is the ultimate Dave Linsky special. The Kings been on the road throughout the whole first couple weeks of the season here. Sharks are desperate for a win. They're the only winless team, I'm pretty sure, because the Predators won last night. Pretty sure every other team has a win thus far in the season. Sharks 2 overtime losses, 5 regulation losses. I think that they can put up a fight here against their California rivals. So my line is only minus 222 for the Kings, and the situation favors the Sharks. Kings coming off a blowout, I guess, in Vegas. Maybe they get some spark out of that, but still, they're going to be hungover after coming home from Vegas. They probably drank themselves to shit after that blowout loss to the Knights. So give me the Sharks here after a disappointing loss to the Ducks, plus 260. I quite like that. Maybe it'll go higher. I don't know where this line is going to go, to be honest, but I like it right now. So if you get a better line tomorrow, so be it. For the total, though, the Sharks can't score. The Kings are struggling to provide offense. They've been very up and down this season in terms of offense, defense. They got like these crazy low-scoring games, and they're getting these 8-7 crazy shootouts with the Ottawa Senators. So the total is kind of interesting, but if anything, I would take the under 6, hoping those Kings can't score. You know what? I think that if I like the Sharks, it's probably correlated with the Sharks providing some offense finally. So I don't know. If you don't like my Sharks pick, then maybe take the under. If you like my Sharks pick, maybe probably with the over 6 for a nice juicy return there. Yeah. So Sharks for me, but the total is mystifying, I guess.
I'm trying to find that 63.5. I'm seeing 61.5 at minus 115, 62.5 at minus 150, but even like 61.5 seems pretty good. To get to 64 points, they have to get 62 points in their final 75 games, which is a 0.413 point percentage. Last year they were 0.287, so they would have to outperform last year pretty significantly to get there. So even if you only have 60.5, that's the worst I'm seeing. I would still take that.
Yeah, let me find the site. Let's see if it's still up. I bet it this morning, so it shouldn't have moved too much. Yeah, under 63.5, minus 105. So even a cheap under 63.5. There you go. So Sports Interaction for people in New Jersey.
Well, it's always Sports Interaction. God,
Canada. I know they're pretty slow. So I'm cheating, I guess. But if you could still, even 62.5, 61.5, if it's not too pricey.
Yeah, 61.5. 62.5 is juiced up on Bet365.
Okay, well, even
61. Oh, here you go. BetMGM under 63.5, minus 105. There you go.
There you go. Another slow book.
Yes. All right, that is the 9-game slate for Thursday, October 24th. All right, get into our puck buck bets, or do you have anything else before that?
No, I think I'm spent.
You're spent. All right. I'll get to our puck buck bets for Thursday. I got mine here in the sheet already, so let me bold them up and share this while Joel fills his out or lists them out here.
I will list them out.
Where's percent? Share screen. This is fantastic content for the audio listeners. Here we go. I set out most of the plays of what I'm playing here tomorrow. That's not what I meant to do. That's what I meant to do. At the Wild, plus 125. Forget who they're playing. Didn't write down their opponent. They're
Panthers,
playing
right? Lightning.
Yes, they're playing the Lightning in Tampa tomorrow. Have the Rangers minus 150 at home against that's against the Panthers. Devils minus 148. Or no, that's minus 155 actually on the show against the Red Wings. Don't trust the Red Wings yet. Avalanche minus 130. Just think they're a much better team than Utah, especially with their injuries. That's actually minus 135. Winnipeg minus 130 against the Kraken. And then the Kings puck line minus 118 against the Sharks.
All right. I wish I pulled up the DraftKings before this. So I'll have to ask you to tell me what the lines are.
Oh, and all of my bets, as always for now, are if they're underdogs, they're 20 puck bucks. And if they are favorites, they are to win 20 puck bucks.
All right. The Stars, what is their number at DraftKings? Minus 120?
Let me pull DraftKings back up. I think it was around there.
Minus 120, I'm pretty sure it was. Give me
Stars.
the Stars.
Yeah.
Minus 120, 25 puck bucks. Give me the Wild with you, plus 125, 20 puck bucks. Give me the Panthers, plus 130, 20 puck bucks. Give me the Avalanche, minus 135, 25 puck bucks. Give me the Hurricanes, minus 162. Is it?
Minus 162.
30
up here. Minus 162. Yeah.
30 puck bucks. Man, I got a lot of fucking road teams. I guess we're doing the road away goal salami. That's something that's been hitting at least. The away teams have been rocking so far. And you know what? For Sharky in the chat, give me the San Jose Sharks plus 260. 10 puck bucks.
10 puck bucks on that one. All right. So for Joel,
after this.
Joel, we have the Stars minus 120, Wild plus 125, Florida plus 130, Colorado minus 135, Carolina minus 162, and the Sharks plus 260. For me, I have the Wild plus 125, Rangers minus 150, Devils minus 155, Avalanche minus 135, Jets minus 130, and Kings puck line minus 118. I'm sucking down a lot of juice. For this Thursday slate. All right, Joel. Anything else before we close it out? What's the Thursday night football matchup this week? Is it decent?
It's the I didn't bet it. It's it's the Vikings, the Rams. Yeah, I've got really no action in this game either way. I mean, I like the Lions. I have the Lions to win the division, so I hope the Rams win this. But I also have Kevin O'Connell coach of the year, so I'm very split. I'm probably not going to watch much of it. I'll be, I don't know, watching Avs play the who are they playing again? We just bet this.
Kraken, right? No, Utah.
Oh, they just played the Kraken. Utah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Trevor. He says another damn good show. How nice of him.
Oh, that's very, very nice, Trevor. Good to see Trevor in the chat. Fantastic to see one sharp shark in the chat, as well as Parker the Underbetter, Shark Incognito in here as well. Bulljacks pulling the odds for us as well. Appreciate you there. Michael Carter, Hal L.
Degen
Stoner. Appreciate you guys joining the YouTube live. We should be going live next Friday night after 9 Eastern. We'll confirm that in the Discord or on Twitter. Got a big slate Saturday, 14 games. So gonna have another homemade bukkake there perhaps over the weekend. All right, but yeah, follow us on Twitter at HockeySGPN. If you're still listening and want to get involved with the show, reach out there, reach out to me, or get in the Discord, sg.pn/Discord. I am Ryan Gilbert. You can follow me on Twitter at rgilbertsop.
And I'm Joel Meyer. You can find me expressing my love for one sharp shark. I fucking love you, Sharky. Let's fucking go, Sharks.
See ya.